And that's a big good morning from the jungle, the rumble in the jungle, the Krui Pro in Sumatra. I'm your host this morning here, Johnny Uluwatu, coming at you live. We have a situation here, the girls' second round of the women's competition here. Yeah, we've had a slight drop in swell. Frequency of the waves are a little bit slow this morning, so we're going to 35-minute heats. Perfect conditions. There are still some good sets coming through. And in red, first heat of the second round, we have Chelsea Touch. And we have Lauren Paul in blue. Julie Nishimoto from Japan in white. And Tiana Breeze, Mooge. Apologies yesterday, the computer had Tiana Breeze's name in reverse, so all apologies to her and her family. She put on a great show, and she's into the second round here, up against some pretty solid women's surfers from the first round. And we're underway. Julie Nishimoto was out there earlier, free surfing. She'll know the situation. Big shout out to all our great supporters here, Garuda, the local government here. And they treated us to a big night out last night. They put on a great show for us. So I think it'd be like the equivalent of the Easter show or a rodeo in America, Easter show in Sydney. And all sorts of events going on there. Motorcycle riders in the death cage, defying gravity, just using centrifugal forces to ride their bikes flat out, non-stop, no hands, grabbing cigarettes of people in the crowd. And amazing stuff there, no hands, driving with their feet on the handlebars. That was pretty good. And then we motored down to the rock and roll show. Big show, really big show it was. We were treated like kings there, like royalty. And then we were coaxed on stage and treated like clowns. It was pretty fun. It was a great comedy show and rock and roll show. I'm sure we'll get a few of those highlights onto the reel today.
We have 31 minutes remaining. In the red, we have Chelsea Touch from Barbados. In the blue, from Australia, Lauren Paul. In the white, from Japan, Julie Nishimoto. And in the green, from New Zealand, we have Tiana Breeze in white. Coming up in the next heat, in red, we have Emily Guzoni. In the blue, Troy Johnson, in the white, Lucia Martino, and in the green, Brittany Tenerosa.
Okay, Chelsea in the red, former tour competitor. standout yesterday. She's got the inside running here. And we got Julie Nishimoto with the highest score from yesterday's competition, round 1 in this heat. So Tiana Breeze, I'll shorten that down for her. Demuge and Lauren Poor. As we see the water photographer out there today. You can see it's a bit slow this morning, but I'll guarantee when some waves come through, they're quality. Keep an eye on the swell today. It's promised to pick up a bit. All the local pundits have predicted an increase in frequency of the sets. So yeah, just an amazing bazaar or market as we'd know it. Last night in town, thousands of people there for the rock concert, all because of this great surf competition. I must say the local people really have embraced us here in Krui. We were seen doing karaoke in several tents there at the big show. You can pick up a nice leather wallet for $2 there. Now we're cooking crabs and seafood right before our eyes. Little coal barbecues. Okay, as we stand, we've had 7 or 8 minutes, and no one's really made an attempt to just draw first blood. See Tiana Breeze. Once again, apologies if I have mispronounced anyone's name here. She came through this morning and cleared that problem up with us. Lovely young lady. There we go, Lauren Paul. She's having a look at this one. Oh, she thought all the Christmases had come at once, but here we go, Nishimoto from Japan. Backside grabs the first wave. Okay, Lauren Paul did scramble onto that one, not wanting to interfere. Oh, nearly a sensational floater to finish off that one. That would have grabbed a few points if she could have stuck it. She's grabbed a 1.75, whipped her into first place. Here on the replay, amps up with a little hack and then flows off the white water, but just unable to stick that landing. You see Chelsea there, paddling down the point a bit. There is, I had an early surf out there. The water's beautiful, clear, but there is a little Little current pulling you as you're looking at the screen to your left-hand side. Looks like she's in a paddle battle there with the local fishermen out the back. Paddling against that current. It's not too strong a current that I spoke about before. Okay, that's consolidated Chelsea in red into first position. It's not a bad backup score, the old 3.1. Lauren Paws holding on to second place in blue with the skin of a chin 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 from Miss Nishimoto. She only needs a 1.2 to move into progression stage. Don't forget, first and second will be going through to the quarterfinals from this round. Once again, a beautiful day here in Sumatra. There's reports of good waves from 10 minutes down the coast. The famous beach break. And yesterday they said it was a bit like Porto Escondido or France, barreling waves. So we do have that option. It's our backup option if we get super desperate. But we're promised pumping waves tomorrow for the finals. Okay, looks like there's a bit of a set approaching. Here we go, Lauren Paul. She gets a kick out. Looks like, yep, Yana Breeze using her priority on this one, and why not? Oh, just caught her nose and she popped down. First one to say hi to SpongeBob today. Here's Lauren's picked up another wave behind her. This looks like it's a runner. She's hanging tight to the curl. She didn't go for the long haul down the coast. That one was running off down to Mandiri Beach. Okay, we've got the priorities gone back to white. Nishimoto. On replay, Lauren Paul's wave, keeping it tight. Little jabs at the lip there, just under the lip. Here we go. Lauren Paul grabbing one under priority. Unable to get the run on that. You see it run off, but these girls are taking a leaf out of the boys' book, and they're not going to just scoot along on. They're going to try and do top to bottom turns from start to finish. It's interesting, just from my experience surfing this break, it's quite a tricky wave and a technical one. You sort of got to think on your feet as you're surfing it, and really the move of the contest are these airdrop re-entries that a lot of the guys are doing. And hitting the lip, not waiting to get out on the face and sort of meet the lip where it's breaking. They're sort of going a bit deeper, and with the hollow trough of the wave, they're airdropping in, and a few people are coming unstuck. But the creams rise into the top, and they're making those manoeuvres. yeah, they're just pushing each other, especially in the free serves. And I must say the ladies have been out there pushing the boys as well. They haven't been shrinking violets at all. They've been grabbing some of the better waves out there. So boys would like to think chivalry's still alive, but I'm not sure if they've had any control over that. The girls are just hungry to do good in the contest and hungry to impress all and sundry in the free serves.
You're looking for a 6-6-0 to take first. And the first position we have red, we have a 6-2-5 and a 3-1-0. So time called 15 minutes to go.
Yep, with 15 minutes to go. Everyone's got a score, so it's contestable. And it could quite possibly come down to who grabs the best waves today. Without going into too much detail. Yep, she needs that's Tiana Breeze, Demuge, from New Zealand. They've got the name right with the hyphenated breeze. And there is a nice little breeze out there today, cooling things off. Yep, Lauren Poor, she only needs the 1.8. It's well within her grasp. Tiana with that 6+ ride. Here's Julie Nishimoto, 3.05 ride required from the Japanese surfer. Here we go. Tiana up and right. She's getting busy on this one. It's a couple of quick snaps in. Wildlife's amazing here. There's turtles out there this morning. Still bringing in the sailfish here, as you'll see on the Krui Pro t-shirts, the double-mounted swordfish, sailfishes. And there's nothing better than a fish or an animal with a tool on their nose. These fishes have sores on them. So there's a few hammerhead sharks out there as well. Shark with a hammer on its head. Lauren have a little peekaboo at that one, but obviously she knows she only needs a 1.8 with 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes remaining. She's going to be patient. As we see Tiana there. We'll try and get her in for a bit of commentary later. Clear up all this controversy. She can send a big shout out to all the family over there in New Zealand. We'll give you an update on Jimmy Wallace's injury today. He's couldn't make the big party last night. He's got the hamstring on ice. Okay, she's gone a little bit quiet out there, and if my stopwatch is right, We're expecting a set very shortly. There are certain time constraints on this contest, so we'll probably run through a few heats today. See what we come up with. This is Indonesia. It's a magical land. Anything can happen. In the drop of a coin, flip of a coin, it could just start pumping at any second. And there's rumours filtered up from Bali that there was a pretty big swell there, and it usually takes we're a little bit higher towards the equator, so it takes a bit longer to get here. So it could be on its way. Okay, here she is, getting busy. With a false start on that one. Okay, she's sitting pretty there in green. Tiana, Breeze. Qualification mode. Same as Chelsea in red. She's out front. And here we go. She's gone straight. Doesn't look too happy about that little wave. As I said, it's a lot to do with wave selection here today. That puts the spotlight back on Julie Nishimoto. That's what she wants. She's got priority with 9 minutes remaining. She only needs a 3. Within 9 minutes, there's bound to be at least one good wave come through, minimal. I'd say Julie Nishimoto in white plans to be on it. She's pretty staunch. She held her ground against me there this morning and comboed me, in fact. So she's no stranger to this situation. The free surf, that was. Here we go, Lauren Poor. This looks like she's doing some damage to this. How she snuck this one off Julie, I'll never know. But she only needed the 1.8. Yana will maybe ruin the fact she took that little close out. So we'll wait for Lauren's score to drop and reassess. See the lovely Julie Nishimoto sitting out there on a pattern alone, all by herself, with priority, I suppose. She's not quite on her own.
Okay, situation change. Blue has gone into second. That was a 4.25 blue. 4.25.
Yep, Lauren's grabbed her highest score of the heat with that one. A little bit more length and a few more turns. It's given her a 4.25, which boosted her into second place at the present. Wow, yeah, so that's made Miss Nishimoto's job a little bit harder, but she still has that priority. As we tick down, just under 7 minutes remaining. Forget if these heats run true to form, in the last few minutes of each heat there's been a flurry of waves, so hopefully for the girls I get a chance to show their wares on them. We started a little bit later this morning. We started at 8 o'clock today. The boys a little bit weary after the big show last night in town. Half an hour down the road. Actually runs for a week, all week. The surfing competition's on. The locals were there in droves. Very, very quiet. I don't know if it's even getting quieter this morning out there. The waves, all the locals seem to, they were predicting a little bit of an increase in swell today. Whether that comes a bit later, we'll see whether their predictions are correct. I'm just sipping on some honey, lemon, lime, ginger tea. A little bit of a frog in the throat from last night, all the exhaust fumes I sucked down there as we watched the centrifugal daredevil riders rip round in their little circle of death there. As I know there was a few boys here that worked on the contest that weren't real keen to go in, and they were keen to get into bed early, but after what an amazing night we had, they were all buzzing when they got back. It was a supernatural high, just seeing those guys whip round, and then all the boys up on stage. I don't think they're all the boys are used to putting on a show like that. So with a couple of thousand people watching their antics up on stage. I'm from a circus family, so it's just standard for me. Big shout out to the Soul Brothers and Perry Brothers Circuses. Uncle Joey and his elephant. Childhood memories. Okay, we've got 4 minutes remaining. And as I said, this has come down to a crucial wave selection battle. Who's patient? Who's going to control that P beside their name, the priority? Looks like Tiana is Breeze. Have a little chat there to Lauren Poor about the conditions. Here we go, priority. Julie Nishimoto up and riding, nice first hack backside. Looking to run down the line. Wasn't keen to grab the rail and look for the doggy door on that one. I'm pretty confident that won't be quite enough for Julie, but she had to have a dig. There's only... Oh no. Tiana purling that one down a bit. Here on replay. Nice slash there from Julie. There was a little bit of shampoo action going on that wave, but crumbling down at the end, maybe a good decision. There's Chelsea in red, sits there with now the P beside her name. She's got 2 minutes. And see the silky texture of the ocean there. It's hard to detect those waves coming in from a long distance. They just pop up on you.
Okay, so we still have 13 green first, blue second, white, the green is in.
Here we go, Julie kicks out, got prioritised there by Lauren Poor, and she had second priority. That gives her the ability to drop in on Julie without any consequences.
White, you need a 5.3, there's a minute and 20 seconds. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining.
Here she goes. She went for the big one. She had to pull that, and she did. She needs a 5.3. Be interesting to see the start of that wave on replay. She needed the 5.3. Julia Nishimoto from Japan. Looking to duplicate her high score from yesterday. Yep, 40 seconds remaining. This is heat 1. The round 2, the women's, the Krui Pro, which has been nicknamed the Rumble in the Jungle. All right, we got 10 seconds to count this down. This whole heat is just flashing behind Miss Breeze's eyes. There it is. Okay. Chelsea and Lauren progressing. Red and blue. As we introduce you to heat number 2, 35-minute heats here this morning. A little bit slower conditions, and we'll add time.
Okay, counting this next heat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, back live. Heat 2, round 2, women's Rumble of the Jungle, Krui Pro. And gee, Garuda, look at beautiful, beautiful looking seats on the plane there, comfortable, lovely meals. It's made me hungry. I'd have to put my order in for some nasi goreng here. Some of the largest drumsticks I've seen down here and in Sumatra. There are obviously quite large chickens here. Probably bred for their cockfights. When their fighting days are over, obviously they're satay. Or bakar barbecue. Here we go, little set to start off. The girls aren't too interested in looking at that one. They're hoping for something better to come through. I'm going to introduce the girls shortly here. A couple of standout performers from yesterday. There's one on the screen. Puawani in blue. Puawani Johnson. In red, Emily Gassoni. Lucia Martino from Spain, and Brittany Penarosa from Hawaii. So this is a big international field here. You have Italy, Spain, Indonesia, Hawaii. There's the heat results. Chelsea Tush and Lauren Paul progressing. Barbados and Australia, respectively. All the computer readouts are coming in. No one's made a paddle for a wave yet. Wani Johnson there, her sister will be coming up in a heat a bit later. Just like the Colborough boys, the brothers, it's a family affair here at the Rumble in the Jungle. And Richard, their father, Richard Johnson, he tells me that these girls are pretty competitive. They fight over the TV remote, the laptop. Very competitive. Here we go. Glassy conditions. Up and riding. Martino in white, Spain. Huge hack. Another great turn there. Really putting this one together. Well, we're going to see some points on that one. That'll give her the lead and the upper hand in the priority battle. As we see on replay here, that was a big hack. And straight in, flowed straight into that second and third ones. Not wanting to risk a last minute turn there. All right, Martino there just dropping a 5.5, saying catch me if you can. As I see Sam and Lewis, the Wonder Kids here, our technology department, just warming up the drone. So we're going to bring you some drone footage soon. This is only going to magnify our coverage here. As we see Emily Gustoni and Miss Penrose are there, sitting very close to each other. In the same situation, they need a 5.51. Wani Johnson out of screen. If I know her, she'll be sitting on the inside somewhere. Yep, that's the regional government badge up there on the screen. Sir Bharat. They treated us to a great night last night. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for their support for surfing. Here we go. This is Penrose flying down the line, this one. Little race tracker. Gets up high and yeah, completes the manoeuvre. She'll be happy with that as the first wave. Whether it's a 5.51 which she needs, I'm not sure. Nice little runner, went unattended there, as we see Lonnie Johnson in blue turning round and having a dig at this one. Here she goes. Here she goes. In tight to the pocket. First manoeuvre. Little face slash. Another one goes for the third. Incomplete that third one. It was a regulation turn that she really should have pulled off. Put herself into the game there. We'll see how she goes up against Penrose's runner. There, here we go. Look at this. That was the panoramic view, and you see the lineup. Like many classic left-hand lineups, this is it. It's a sharp 45-degree angle reef that runs hundreds of yards. And here's the drone footage. We'll get your first look at Club Kroblakan as we see Bwani on a small wave, but this will give her 2 waves. Might be enough to push her past. Yeah, here's the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, everyone. We're right on the edge of civilization here in Sumatra. Martino in first, Bwani Johnson, yep, she just grabbed enough to knock Penrose back into third. Emily Bassoni yet to enter the battle, but she has priority, so with over 10 minutes gone of the heat and not a wave, she's going to cling to that priority and hopefully a few sets come away. Looks like some movement out there. Emily, the young Italian surfer. Oh, that was a sizable wave, but not allowing any entry into it. There we go, there's the aerial view. This break, as I said, if anyone's been to Desert Point, it's much the same setup. Long running left hand wave, a bit like Uluwatu, a bit like Voodoo, a bit like Goats Island there in Hawaii. They're the sharp rocks I've been rolling around on and telling you about. I have a brand new tattoo right down the middle of my back from last night's session. So there is some consequences here for the girls if they get it wrong, as I did. See those little valleys of blue water in underneath the rocks? You can be lucky and dip into one of those, come out unscathed. Here we go. It's Martino paddling down the reef past the water photographer. If we're lucky here, we'll see a bit of wildlife. We might see that turtle that's been hanging around for a few days. Puani on screen. The Hawaiian name. Like girls not sitting too close to each other, as you can see. We've added another dimension to the coverage now with the Skylab. Skylab drone footage. Emily Gastoni on screen. It's Lucia Martino holding the lead here. Still only with one wave. She must be feeling confident. She can pick up here. Here we go. Skylab drone footage here. You can see the girls spread out along the wave with a little bit of corduroy coming at them as we speak, making him move. Young Hawaiian there on screen. Okay, here's a Hawaiian. Yeah, she's doing some good work on this wave. Nice floater to finish off. Oh, she would have really liked to stuck that one in there. And there we go. Emily's finally used a priority and got a wave. She's off the mark. Sure, all our Hawaiians and Spanish, a lot of Indonesians, especially a big shout out to all my Italian friends there. Cheeky boy, Chico. Here we go. 2 quick waves for Emily. Oh, just couldn't get round that one. That was a sucky little takeoff that took most of her skill just to make it up. And as we go, there's priority. Martino just unable to sneak through onto that and get another manoeuvre in. Okay, we've had a change. That might change back after that second wave, I'm not sure, but let's put priority onto Bryony Johnson here. Penrose just got shrouded there. Couple of turns and unable to connect again and get the third one in, but that'll give her a 2-wave total. Slightly higher, I'd say, than young Hawaiians. But that puts the priority spotlight onto Bryony Johnson in blue, who only needs a 2.51 with just under 15 minutes remaining. Emily Gassoni's 2 waves have just popped down a 4, which is a pretty good score today, and the old 0.5. So with that 4 in a pocket, Emily might be up next. Here we go. You see Victoria Farmer, who was fresh from the Club Kroblakan yesterday, and her delightful, insightful comments, marking herself as a future commentator, I'm sure, when her surfing days are over. Following in the footsteps of Rosie, maybe.
There's 13 minutes and 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah. So Pawani Johnson. P has the 2 P's there, one for priority, one for a first name. For me, she's sitting in the box seat at the moment. She has the choice of the best way of coming through.
But we have made the decision to call the men off for the day. Men competition off. You're free to go to the meeting in 13 or 100 go away elsewhere. But the women's round 2 is on and quarters on standby. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, WSL app and WSL website. So make sure you get your friends and family at home to tune in. As we see ourselves eating right.
Here we go. Martino, the Spaniard. The board looks good. The form looks good. Yep. Beautiful wave for her. This is going to put her into the next stratosphere. And Pawani Johnson will be a little bit upset that she didn't grab a hold of that one herself. With the priority, she's let that one slip through to the keeper, or the pitcher, or the catcher. Here we go, replay it. See, she, rather than go too vertical, she's used a speed line on this one. Bounced that one off the lip, and again, saw it buckets over the back, and here's Emily. That's a nice looking wave. As the texture of the water has gone to glass at the moment. Look at that one peel off behind her. A little barrel section. There's still some waves, you just got to be in the right position. And here we go, priority. Right, she's waited long and hard for this one. It's a first turn in. It's another little roller coaster. A little snapback. Not really damaging the face too much there. One, she won't be happy with that. But it might be just enough to creep her into progression mode. Here's the young Hawaiian, Rosa. Okay, let's see what happens after that last exchange. Could mix it up a little bit. Don't forget Emily Gastoni, the Italian, has a nice 4-point right in a pocket. She only needs the 1.95 or 2, basically. We didn't see the start of her wave. We might get the replay. Here it is. Here's the replay. We'll see what she did first. Yeah, nice little turn. It's the second one in. Well, we saw most of that wave, really. So here's Pawani. Let's put them up. She's got a nice... She had an opportunity to hack big there. It was a big... Wasn't too bad the first manoeuvre. Second one was only a top twist. Same on the second one. 10 minutes remaining in this one, and here we go. Martino from Spain, stranglehold on this first position. As we see Emily up again. This is a nice... Waves are pretty sucky. The girls are having trouble getting right up and down on them, vertical. They're running pretty fast today. Okay, so Martino currently first with priority. And Rosa from Hawaii. She's got a stranglehold on second. Wani Johnson, she's just popped down to third with a... Yep, they've given the young Italian the points needed to get into progression stage. Let's see what Rosa's going to do about it. It's got a glassy wave here and kicks out. Wow, all the girls getting caught behind there. Oh no, Emily. So there was a lot of laundry going on in that exchange. We'll have clean board shorts and bikinis. So that puts the priority spotlight back onto Pliny Johnson from Indonesia. Don't forget, she's involved in that competition within a competition to get the highest points ranking for Indonesian women, which will give her the wild card into the CT event that's coming up at Kremas over there near GNR on the east side of Bali, the Black Sands, magical Black Sands of Bali. Okay.
First position is white, second position now is red. Red,
Yep. So it looks like a full European affair here at the moment with just over 7 minutes remaining. You have the Spaniard and the Italian holding first and second respectively, with the Hawaiian Penarosa, Pliny Johnson. She's half Hawaiian too, I think. Living in Bali with an Indonesian mother. Her mother's Indonesian.
and red you have fourth priority. So blue, you're in the fourth position. You have a 3-2-5 and a 3-0.
Okay, with 7 minutes remaining, coming down to the stretch. There was a flurry of wave action there. Martino sitting on 11.1. Clean out in front, making Emily's job. She needs a 7 to get into first position. She's still within touching distance for Penarosa and Johnson, needing 4.35, the young Hawaiian, and Indonesian needing the 4.85. There are, as we can see, there are waves that are going to score in the 5 to 6 region here in this heat so far, so it's not over by any means this heat.
First priority is blue, second is green, third priority is white, and last and fourth priority is in red.
I must say, it's been a marvellous effort from the local government here, Besar Barat, to really get behind this event and put Krui on the map, actually, on the world stage here. Okay, that's 5 minutes remaining as you hear the reversing sound of a truck. Beep, beep, beep. And a good solid set here. This could change things up a bit. Penrose deep behind the pocket. It's going to go around this. She's sticking the arm in, looking for a bit of shampoo, but really only got some conditioner on there. She might rue that decision. If she really only had a hand in there, she would have probably had to jam her probably up to a shoulder in there and maybe partial part of a torso to slow down enough. Let's check this again. There, that was the one she probably should have ducked into and see she should have jammed hard, maybe double hand dragged, I'm not sure. She needed to somehow put the handbrakes on to get the full points out of that wave. But as you can see, there are possibilities for a few little tubes out there today, or as they say here in Indonesia, shampoos. Okay, she needed a 4.35. And yeah, just talking to the judging panel last night around the round table at dinner over pizza. If you sort of just go straight and don't do any turns, you probably won't get many points. So that mightn't change anything too much. And potentially that wave had some points on it, I'm thinking. But look, they've been surfing for 32 minutes out there in the blazing heat of the Sumatran jungle up here near the equator. We've burnt generators out, we've fused electrical products together here. The heat is intense and it takes its toll, not only on the surfers but when the air conditioning blew up the other day here on the commentator as well. Here we go. We got some paddle battle going on. We got the P next to the blue. All the girls having a little look at this. So in second priority, Martino takes it, and this is a good wave. She's just going to strengthen her stranglehold on the second round heat too. And yep, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. Keeping that nose up. Here we go. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just going to strengthen their 1-2 respectively heel with Puani Johnson. Just looking on with priority on there, and to me it's a strange way to attack it with priority, just sitting away from these girls, giving them a free finish. Replay, we saw the young Spaniard just unable to dig that nose out of there. So incomplete on her wave. I don't think that'll change her combination score. And here we go, Penrose laying back. 2 good snaps, that's what the judges like. That'll probably score higher than her attempted shampoo. Is priority. She's got to really do something special here. No, that's not really special. She's got a couple of turns in there. Whether it's enough, she needs that 4.85. She's milking it down, right down to the point, down towards Mandiri Beach, where all, as we've just heard, the men's competition has been called off for the day, so they're free to go fishing. Or down to Mandiri Beach break. Here we see Penrose. Can she get that 4.35? Let's see. Really, I think the judges aren't going to reward her if she doesn't finish those waves off. Count down. And Zippo, that's it. They're going to stand at, here she is getting a little wave after the heat. The Spaniard, quite impressive in her performance there today. She'll be hard to beat if she gets the waves. Here we go. Add time. Back to the action here. Johnny Uluwatu on the call. Fresh from Bali. all the way to the jungle to you. Here we are, heat 3. Second round of the girls. The women's competition has been pretty intense for days here. Okay, Nagy Bailey from Hawaii in red. Ellie Francis, the Aussie. Victoria Farmer, travelling companion from Oz. And Emily Nishimoto. Definitely Julie's sister. And Emily was the highest scorer yesterday. I might have confused everyone. I'm pretty sure it was Emily who grabbed it. There it is. That ends Brittany's and Puani's campaign here with Martino and Gosani, the Europeans, passing through to the quarterfinals. Here we go, Bailey Nagy from Hawaii in red. Ellie Francis, as I said. Victoria Farmer, the other Aussie. And Emily Nishimoto from Japan. I'll just go to the computer screen to see which one of the Nishimoto girls grabbed that high score yesterday. They could quite possibly be twins. Actually, they look very similar, as twins do. Well, some twins, my twins, I have twins myself, and they're a boy and a girl and they look nothing alike. Big shout out to Sunny and Angie if they're tuning in. We haven't talked for a while. Can't forget my number 1 son Chet and Ricky. Hi there, guys. Hopefully we'll catch up in the not too distant future. Okay. Emily Nishimoto in green has just laid down a 0.5. She's off the mark. Oh, cops that on the shoulder. Just can't get through. That was a runner. Yeah, positioning, takeoff positioning is really important here today. If you get caught behind that lip, it's hard to push through. There's not a great deal of power in these waves. You've got to generate it yourself with a bit of high lining at takeoff. Get that momentum up and hopefully to push you through to down the line. Turn fest. That's what's going to rack up the points here today. See, there's still a few swell lines out there. It's threatening to come in and break. With 32 minutes remaining here in wonderful Indonesia, land of the Garudas, Garuda airplanes. Great supporter. We're sitting in the grounds of the Ombak Indah. That means beautiful waves, translated in Indonesian to English. Here we go. Here's Bailey. This looks like a nice bit of swell coming at her. She seems to be in the correct position here. It's all systems go. They're still sorting out the priority of these first waves. Oh, That's got Hawaii all over it, that slash. And oh, just coming unstuck there with a slight brain explosion. Having a little chuckle there with Miss Nishimoto about it. Much like I had a little chuckle at Mega, the big poster boy. As we go to the commercials, you'll see that's Mega's slash on there. He went down and had a little bit of a drink of aqua there with SpongeBob this morning. A little bahaha at him. Now running battle. Look at this. We got this could be the start of the promised swell from the promised land coming in. It looks like we're getting a little bit more corduroy action going out there. As you see the Jesse Pollock Bondi Rescue trained squat team out there erecting their canopy on their rubber ducky. Okay. Bailey in red, she's just popped in a 3.25. She'll happy with that. Emily Nishimoto's 0.85 and 0.5 have given her a total of 1.3. So that's still good enough to put her in second at present. I know the two Aussies will play the patience game. And as Victoria said yesterday, Miss Farmer, she'll be paying excruciating attention to the priority system here and trying to use that to her advantage to get the predominantly long running point scoring waves. Okay, we'll try and get our first guests in here this morning. Maybe one of the girls from the previous heats. Hopefully we'll get one of the progression girls. It's pretty lonely in here this morning. Club Kroblakan. The black box. Okay, so Ellie Francis and Victoria Farmer only needing 1.35s to grab themselves second place and a sniff of progression to the quarterfinals. As you can see, the texture's changed. The winds on the ocean floor, the winds coming around to what they refer to as the trade winds here. On the screen there, Bailey Nagy from Hawaii. We have green on our third priority and red in our fourth priority. There we go. You see the judges stand on underneath. There's a surfer slashing there. That'd be Mega on behind that surfing screen here. Here's Victoria. Spinning the fins round. I didn't see her out there in the warm-up this morning, so maybe she saved herself. There's the Skylab's vision on the break. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, the panoramic vision with Emily Nishimoto. Little ankle injury there. That's how I can tell these sisters apart. And that'll grab a few points. That'll consolidate her second place. Here we go. Here's Ellie Francis. She's running down the line. She was a good performer yesterday. Grabbing a bit of variation, getting a cutback in. Not too many cutbacks being sorted, but she comes a buster off that one. There it is. Very similar to an overhead view of the old Illawarra 2. Minus the cliffs. Yeah, you can see it looks like we might have a little bit of wave action. And now you can understand why they call this Ombak Indah, or the beautiful wave resort. It's quite enchanting. Here we go, Ellie Francis. There's a little wobble there, catches a rail. Yeah, that poor, unable to recover from that first little wobble, Ellie. That's not uncharacteristic. Miss Farmer paddling down towards there. Look, it's maybe this new sort of swell, or the increase in the frequency of the waves is just coming to the fore now. So they're going to run this second round of the girls and then go into standby. But look at this. To me, it seems like the waves are getting a little bit better. This is a beautiful one from Bailey Nagy. Look at this. The Hawaiian making the most of it. She's pumping down the line. These are the waves that you want. Look, just scrape down that. Yeah, that was a nice turn. I like that one. And yeah, really throwing the fins around, trying to spin them around a bit. Look at that, the drone footage from our Skylab drone. Be young Sam in control of that. As we see Tippy come into Club Croblacan. And we'll say good day to Tippy, who's still alive in the competition and out there. I heard you up on the microphone before, doing the beach marshalling. Good morning.
Hey, morning, Johnny. Looks like a big day for the girls here, even though it's kind of small, but this girl is ripping.
Yep, she sure is. And that was a replay, and that'll put her into the progression first or second, I'd say.
Wow, how nice is that view there, Johnny?
It's beautiful. And look, Tip, I think the swell is just starting to pulse a bit now.
Yeah.
This heat, it's really come good. The girls are getting some bigger scores, and they're getting plenty of rides. So
yeah, that's the view from above, from the fresh air team.
Well, your hair is looking pretty fresh, mate. You had a little shampoo last night out there.
Yep. So this is live right now. This is
live. This is Bailey Nagy from Hawaii.
Yes, I think she's one of the strong competitor here.
She certainly is, and she's showing it here. She's had a couple of good waves, mate, and I'm pretty sure they haven't all dropped yet from the score. So she's got that 5.75. I'm thinking she's going to get at least another 5 from her, even a wave before that one.
Yeah, I talked to her a little bit. She said she's a surfer from Velziland, from V-Land in Hawaii. Yeah. Well,
V-Land, no wonder she can surf. That's a great wave there, hot dogging wave, and one of my favourite waves in Hawaii.
Yeah, it got a little bit crowded these days there because it's a fun wave.
I haven't been for 25 years, Tip, so it wasn't too bad with the boys there.
Yeah. So this is
that's Emily Nishimoto.
Yeah.
Has she got a twin sister here at this event?
I'm not sure. I think there's a couple of girls.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's got a twin, and I'm not sure which one of them grabbed the highest score yesterday, the 9-point ride.
Yeah, because there's a couple Japanese are here also, because we could have more Japanese come to this event, but unfortunately there's the JPSA is on in Bali, so you know, best luck on them, and hopefully they get some wave, and hopefully
Yep.
we can work on the schedule next year. So should not like
Not
conflict.
clash.
Yeah,
Yep.
not clashing, and then hopefully we can have more Japanese, because one of the reasons why we have this WSL Asia is to accommodate, you know, like to have more Asian surfers surfing in the Asian WSL Asia circuit.
Yeah, and hopefully that leads to you know, Asian surfers qualifying for the big tour.
For sure, because
The big show.
Yeah, that's one of that's us inside the box. Can
Yeah.
you see us?
Well, yep, behind Mega's big slash there.
Yeah, we're there.
Mega from halfway.
We're in a dark room.
Yep, Club Groblicon.
I can't even see you, Johnny. Are you here?
Well, you can see the air conditioning sort of box out there underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
There's Marte Ropic on the camera doing
Yeah.
a fine job.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
hear.
There's all the judges, Marte Lapour
Yeah.
up there in the judges stand.
I would say, you know, congratulations to the organizer this year. You know, providing like such a solid structure. You know, for the judges up there, they can see clearly, you know, all the wave. You know what the surf is doing. So.
Yep, and look, I came in here, I've had a fair bit to do with the building industry, and I've run the fine-tooth comb, and I'm safe under here.
Yeah. And then another aerial view of that's going to be the next heat. We're going to have 2 Australian, 1 Japanese, and 1 Indonesian on the last heat of round 2.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're going to decide if we're going to keep continuing the quarterfinal.
Well, I think we will, because I'm pretty sure that as predicted by all the local pundits, the waves are picking up, and the frequency
It's
of the
looking good,
sets.
yeah.
So let's hope so. Anyway, fingers crossed. Touching wood,
Yeah.
which I'm substituting my head as wood.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy also here. Like everybody, you know, working hard to make sure this event is on. The local government, the Bupati is always here every single day,
Yeah.
making sure everybody is catered with all their needs. You know.
Well, I did mention the fact that we were treated like royalty last night at the big rock concert.
Oh, I
That was
remember that.
Great. That was great. You were up on stage dancing, Tip, and
I think there's some evidence around that's showing that you are just went ballistic on the stage. Yeah.
well, I am from the circus family. I did say that.
You like taking over the show last night. There's no chance for all those singer.
Well, yeah,
Good fun though, yeah.
yeah, it was a great night. Will does owe me a bintang for taking his place at one
Yeah.
stage. He was super glued to the chair, and
Yeah.
when the Catwoman
Oof.
came on the scene, and Ty,
Yeah, let's not talk too much about the Catwoman, because
no,
it gives some scars on some of the boys.
yeah, his Ty was using the whip, so we won't mention that too much.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that could make the highlight package.
Yeah, maybe we can bring like Sam and Lewis to do
Yeah.
some live webcasts on the Catwoman's show.
Exactly, yeah, and through the big bazaar there, it was great. And for me, the highlight was the motorcycle, the Deaf Riders there, centrifugal forces. And but
Yeah.
back to the action here.
Yeah, look like Surfing Green does have the highest score of this heat. She scored a 6.00, but
Yep.
still Red is in the first position, the Hawaiian girl.
Yeah, and here we go, Ellie Francis. She's going to use a priority.
Yeah,
Beautiful wave.
she was here like last year, and if I'm not mistaken, she made the final, if I'm not wrong.
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's well on the way to the final.
She's surfing
Halfway
good.
down this wave. Yep.
Do you know where she's from?
Ellie. Well, we did mention that with Victoria Farmer. They travelled together.
Okay.
So.
Could be around from the same neighborhood.
Well, they're a little bit different neighbourhoods, but they're solid friends, and I know Victoria does look up to her and travels a little bit with her. They do a lot of the pro juniors together, or they did. As we see Bailey Nagy looking at this one. See, Tippy, that definitely there's more waves coming through in this heat, and
Yeah, for sure. As you can see, that wave is
Yes.
gonna be like almost like a head high already.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So-
getting a lot better. Oh, beautiful turn there from Victoria Farmer.
Yeah.
This is what she waited for with that priority. She's only got a couple of small waves, but this one's going to change all that. They're big slashes.
Yeah.
Tippy, I would have been proud of a few of those. drag in the hand on the cutback.
Yeah, I think this is the part where it gets a little bit deeper and things get a little bit fatter, but she did bag a couple score there.
Yep, she did, and finished off neatly. The judges like that, and now she's involved with a good friend, Ellie Francis, in a paddle battle. Oh, she just got dragged back a little bit by that one, as we see on replay. The first big turn on open slash on the face. I don't know how Tile order the judges to deem that. It was a little bit fat, that wave, but she monstered it, and there's no boggles in her turns there. So she's definitely and she's definitely got Ellie Francis on this paddle battle. So we see Emily Nishimoto. Nice big top turn first up. She's got a sore ankle there. Yeah, she's just doing the business. I like the way she finishes the waves off well.
Yeah.
But whether she scraped her foot on that or on that reef, or it's just a previous injury, I'm not quite sure. I'll ask her that a bit later when I see her. Because I have been free surfing a bit with her, Tippy, and it must have been a twin sister out there this morning. I said hello to, and she looked at me a little bit silly. So she probably didn't know me, and I didn't know that she had a twin sister.
Oh, nice surfing there from Emily. Young surfer from Japan. Is she the one that hanging out at the same restaurant as us?
Yep, she is. And as I say, I thought she was in that restaurant all the time, but it's probably a twin sister half the time. Okay, well, we're waiting for the farmer's daughter's score to drop.
So still waiting for, could be a couple
of scores to drop here.
So you can see that's the Tanjung Setia. If you keep going around to the other side, that's gonna be the Sumatran pipe.
Sumatran pipe, yep.
But you can see there's at the back. There's still more left-handers on offer there, but not too many people go there. Everybody just kind of like
surf out in front here in the resort. You can see the pool down there.
A nice view here for sure.
Yep. They brought in the reggae band here as well, as we ate pizza for dinner last night. So it's been a fantastic a trip, a journey, what we call just privately Tom and Will's big adventure to the jungle, and what's known now worldwide as the Rumble in the Jungle, the Krui Pro. And I'd say after this year we'll be cemented in the calendar for next year again. Any word on Jimmy Wallace's injury too?
Last word that I get from Will, he said he have a good a day of rest, and then he looks like his condition is getting better.
That's good.
And then, I think he just need to rest it, because yesterday it was, I would say it's super, I don't know what you call that. Like, it's a combination between cramp and muscle tore and everything. He looks like in a lot of pain.
Yep. And as you say, they're tricky, those hamstrings. They can feel all right, but you can forget to stretch and take off on a little bit of a sprint and pull it again. So you've got to really nurse them back to health. As we see, no situation change yet. We've got Bailey from Hawaii with priority, sitting pretty in first position. Yeah,
so this event is one of a way to qualify into the the wild card for the Bali Pro for the girls division. And hopefully one of the highest Indonesian surfers on the ranking on the QS.
Yep.
Looks like we have so far we have
we just
4 girls.
We
Taina is there, Chinta is there, Kailani is there, and
Puwani.
Puwanani. Hopefully,
And look, Puwani just got knocked out.
I know.
The other two, Chinta and Taina, they've been knocked out in the first round.
So Kai is the only girl that's still in the comp.
Exactly, and she comes up next heat.
Yeah, and then
So if she can get through, that gives her the armchair ride probably.
Yeah.
So far.
So yeah, I think we have decided with the commissioners, Kieran Pero, on how to decide who's gonna be the Bali Pro wildcard, and I kind of give them the idea of the highest Indonesian rank on the international QS.
Yep.
So here we go. This is Ali Francis. She's sitting in the third position, only looking for a 4.25.
This could be.
Looks like that's going to be the score that she is looking for, Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she might grab it with this one. It's a long wave if she can finish it off.
Yeah. So talking about the wildcard for the Bali Pro, looks like Oni Anwar and Rio Waida is the two guys
That's the battle.
Yeah, can have the chance.
And they're up against each other in this one as well, this contest.
Yeah, they're going to be on the same round, round 3, both of them. They're still going. Here we go. This is the replay from our wonderful Indonesia replay.
Yeah. The Garuda replay. Flashback, we call it. Yeah, and just for the looks of that wave, she might just... Yep, she has gone into the lead, Tippy, with a... All right. Well, this is a very tight heat. There's a couple of sixes. As we see Nishimoto from Japan trying to paddle into that one. It just didn't suck up enough for her. Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to... because Chinta was involved. I'm not sure if it was a WSL event in Hawaii.
Yeah, I think she did. She did that... the one QS 1000 at Pipes.
Yep.
I think she made into the round before the quarter.
Yep.
Or in the quarter, so we will check her result there. But
yeah,
I would say Kai is probably have the highest potential if she can advance into the next round. Yeah.
Being and as you say,
I think they went to the Australian leg. One of the girls.
I think they both did. They were over there and competing, and well. Chinta did as well. She was over there competing in Australia, and so she might even have a few little points from over there.
Yeah. So situation changed here. Ali Francis score of 5.35 and push her into the first right now.
Yep, and that's Bailey Nagy from Hawaii with the priority next to her name, putting her in the box seat for the last 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Whether she's going to tick the clock down and keep all these girls honest. I'm thinking Victoria Farmer, she'll be a little bit disappointed so far.
Yesterday she was ripping.
She was, yeah, but the girls must have noticed that, and they've sat on her pretty tight, as we see some swells rolling in here. Bailey's moving out to greet them a bit. She's having a look at this one, deeming it to be a runner, but no.
Yeah, in this event, I think like with 35 minutes heats, everybody is super selective. But sometimes, you know, the one that they thought is not going to run on the inside is sometimes the one.
Yeah, because that's a trait here. You get some growers. They might look small on takeoff. Once they hit halfway down the reef, it sort of grows a bit. And,
similar like a racetrack a little bit in Ulu.
It is. It's very similar, yeah.
So in this heat, we have 7 minutes to go. Looks like, you know, Blue comfortably in the first position.
Yeah, she's got a stranglehold on this.
Yeah, because second position need a 6.01 to take first. To get a 6 point here is not easy, but if the wave is there, it could,
you can do it. And look, there's only, 0.1 separating second and third here, so... Yeah. But Emily at the moment, she needs the 4.75. That's not out of her reach.
Yeah. So I'd like to say big thank you to all everybody that's supporting this event. You know, the local government, the central government, especially the tourism department in Jakarta. would like to say a big thank you, and hopefully, you know, this Indonesian QS series can roll into more series next year.
Yep.
A bit of bigger QS.
Few 3000s
yeah,
or
hopefully
something.
3000, and you know, putting this series more into the map of higher profile surfers.
Yeah,
you know?
and a bit of a qualification passage for the Indonesian or Asians
Yeah.
surfers.
And then also, it's been a big support also from the Garuda Indonesia, providing us the officials for the flight.
Yep.
From some of the judges have a flight from Sydney to Denpasar, Denpasar to Jakarta and Krui. So
Yep, 3 flights.
yeah, so it's a non-stop, and then everybody's saying they were like super happy, and it was an amazing service.
Yep.
I think Garuda have the best service in the
It
country.
was the most comfortable flight I've been on, and I ate all the food, Tippy, and I hardly ever eat on flights. I do a lot of flying around Indonesia,
Yeah.
but I gobbled down.
Yeah.
I think we had
I have an omelette. That
yeah,
morning.
that was nice, the omelette, wasn't it?
They also have choices, you know. Somebody have a nasi goreng also.
Yeah, Mado Ropik, of course, had the nasi goreng.
Yeah. So it looks like we just have just a little under 5 minutes to go.
Yep, that was the beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. This is Bailey on her wave here.
Bailey can surf. She
have nice style
she's
also.
loose. Yeah, she's loose. Popping that board through the lip there, and again. She's got a little bit of variation in her style too.
Yeah. Super nice stance and super
Yeah.
strong surfing right there.
Yeah, that's going to put a stranglehold on
Yeah.
second position, possibly pushing her into first, which will make Emily's and Victoria's job a little bit harder. Here we go on the replay. First turn. She's one of the girls that's preferring to get a little bit of length to ride and make sure she gets down to the open faces and get the runner. So as you can see, she's grabbed 5 or 6 turns extra there, rather than if she just went for 3 big ones. And a great little finish too. So it's going to be interesting to see how
that score gonna.
Yeah, the judges and Ty, what sort of rules he lays down on that one.
Yeah, because her second lowest score is a 5. If she can change that one into like a 5.96,
Yeah.
that's gonna put her in the first position.
Exactly. But I know Ty is a pretty hard taskmaster up there. He won't tolerate any fluffy turns
No.
getting points.
So her score is a 5.8, so just a little bit under.
Oh yeah, she came close, but she's still in progression mode.
Yeah. And 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's going to make it extremely difficult for Victoria Farmer.
Yeah, so next on the schedule for the Indonesian QS series is going to be hopefully, let me check, because Mentawai just informed that it's going to be cancelled.
HT event.
Yeah, HD is off. I'm really sad to hear that, but
Yep.
I think the local government there is still trying to make sure that, you know, in the future it's still going to be on.
Yeah, yeah. They're I know there'll be one Tiki Balian. He'll be pretty disappointed
I know Teki has been working hard to
bring it
have,
there.
yeah, have his resort for all the surfers and officials. So with the Mentawai Pro is off, the next event gonna be the Bali Pro at Kramas.
Yep. Yep.
And
that'll
then
be great.
hopefully after that we're gonna have the West Sumbawa 29 June and until 3rd of July.
At Yo-Yo's just around the corner from Super Sucks.
Yeah, so I think the main break gonna be at Yo-Yo's, but if the swell are big enough, we're
Yep.
gonna push it to Super Sucks, just like 2 years ago.
Yep. And look, the only problem there is it's a small window on the high tides at Super Suck. It's
Yeah,
super dangerous on the low tide.
yeah, you don't want to surf on the lower tide.
No, I've got many
And-
tattoos.
And
Attempt.
after that, we're gonna have Nias, Cimaja, Lombok, Aceh, and hopefully we're gonna finish up in
Similar?
in Simalu in Aceh. Yeah,
Pasha, yeah, that was a lovely event there last year. Won by little Tonyo,
yeah, he won it.
one,
Yeah.
one of the twins.
I think the big one that everybody is waiting is Nias.
Yeah, wouldn't it be fantastic to get a swell at Nias and see it like just a shampoo fest?
Yeah, so back in the days in the 90s, 94, 95, 97, we have the ACC event and upgraded into the QS. And here we go. This is Bailey looking for a 596. Yeah, back in the days, I remember like Paul Patterson won it.
Yeah.
And then also Sasha Stalker. So yeah, it was.
Paulie Patterson, that's Jake's brother.
Yeah, they have finals together.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like, I would say 5 to 6 feet, perfect barrel.
Perfect barrel.
And they have 1 hour final.
Wow. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, I was a Grom that time. Traveled together with Kobe Aberton.
Yep.
So that's one
friend of mine.
Yeah, that's the reason why I know him, because we traveled together a lot.
Shout out to Kobe. He just recently had his house burnt down.
I know.
At Bingham, a tragedy there. Lucky they had to climb onto the 3rd-story roof, and Kobe had to cuddle his only young son and jump off into the pool for safety.
Yeah, luckily Kobe and his family is all good.
Yep.
Big shot for you, Kobe.
Big shout out.
So waiting for score here, Johnny.
Yep, that's the end of the heat, and Bailey grabbing a 2nd place, unofficial. Ellie Francis scooping through.
So looks like we're gonna go into ad. Do we have any ads?
We always do.
Yep.
Yep. And we get to look at Mega Slash there.
Yep.
He's still active in this competition.
Yep.
There he is. Okay, we're back, Tippy.
Yep.
Back to the action.
That was a great ad from Garuda, one of our major sponsor on this event.
Yeah, looked pretty comfy there in the cubicle in 1st class. Hopefully I get upgraded on the way home, Tip. Would be nice, wouldn't it? Okay, that's it. Ellie and Bailey progressing.
Close score there.
Yeah, poor Emily Nishimoto. Here we go. We're back to the action. One of the standouts.
Oh, Alice Cooper.
Yep, Alice Cooper.
I never have a vision on who is Alice Cooper. So she is Alice Cooper. I know her.
Yep, and she's really damaged that wave. Unfortunately, I've put the hoodoo, the mocker on her, and she fell off. But that's the 1st wave, and that's a score.
Look at that boat at the background.
Yeah.
Such a
iconic sight, those fishing boats here in Indonesia.
The nice thing about Krui is that not much, what do you call that, like traffic here. It's still so far from anything,
Yeah, it's like Bali in '79.
Yep. If you're missing Bali, if you've been to Bali and you don't really appreciate with all the traffic and everything, come to Krui. It's pretty nice here.
It's beautiful. And she's got a great style here. That's a big man turn there.
Yeah, Alice
Another
Cooper.
one.
Is she still in the band? I think she quit the band last year.
Yeah, it's
and deciding to joining the QS series.
It's nice to see. She's got the long, flowing black hair.
Yep. Ooh.
Still.
Look at that thing.
It's a 7.00.
Yeah.
You see, they've deemed her to do the damage. They didn't care how she finished that wave. She'd accumulated some really good-looking turns in comparison to the other heats of the day. And as we said, the frequency of the waves are improving now. The size has kicked a foot or so. So we're into some good vision here. Here we go. Here's the replay. This 7.5 wide. She shouldn't have got through there. Many of the girls haven't. Even some of the guys haven't pushed through those sections, and she did. Very
solid, strong. You can see that top to bottom bottom turn, super solid.
Super light on her feet, Tippy. That's what impresses me a bit about her.
So in this heat, we have Kailani Johnson and also Sarah Wakita up and
Yep.
riding. This is the Japanese surfer,
Yeah,
Sarah
here's Sarah.
Wakita.
She's get round. It looks like these waves are offering a bit more now, Tippy. And definitely the frequency has picked up.
Yeah, and then also the condition is still super nice out there, Johnny.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind to surf like by myself in that condition. Super fun.
it was. It was actually nice out there just before the competition started.
Yeah.
There's hardly anyone out.
So we are here in Krui, the island of Sumatra, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning here. So it could be like 3 hours ahead in Australia.
Mm-hmm. So what would that be? That'd be like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Lunchtime. Tune in.
Yep. As we see, here's Kailani Johnson.
Yeah, her dad is here with her older sister Pua,
Mm-hmm.
giving all the supports that she needs.
Yep, they've done the Australian circuit there earlier on, so they're getting quite experienced in being travelling surfers. And she's got the chance. They've given her a 0.5 for that one, but she'll have bragging rights in the family.
Is his favorite one.
And yours too, I might add.
I know, I just keep telling him, hey, one more.
One more time.
Just blast it.
There's Sarah from Japan. Average score 4.5. One of the boys gave her a 5. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Sarah Wakita, if I'm not mistaken, is she's the daughter of Takayuki Wakita.
Yep.
So the famous Wakita that have a spot at Pipeline called
Yep.
Wakita Bowl.
Yes.
So Wakita's daughter is also surfing in this heat, and also his son,
Yep.
Daichi. Is it
Daichi,
Daichi
yep.
Wakita? Yeah.
Yep. Tai Chi.
Yeah. Oh, Taichi, that's it.
Yep. Yeah, I've been surfing out there in the free surfing. He's a lovely guy. I met him at Watukurung
Yeah, yeah.
last year. And,
Oh, that's true.
and he impressed me with his gutsy efforts there.
Yeah, he was not pulling back in any ways. Yeah.
No, he grabbed some of the best barrels of that whole week actually.
I saw that one.
And him and Rio have a little bit of a thing going.
The two young Japanese.
Yeah, two young boys.
Half Japanese, half
Yeah, it's
Malaysian.
good to see them teaming up, and they're all good friends.
Yeah. So Rio Waida also have some scratch on his ass yesterday from surfing the wave just around the corner.
Yeah, and look, I was talking to photographer out there this morning, the Brain we call him. He saw Rio, said he had a bit of a sore foot, and he said give me a look at it, and he reckons he's got a hole in it the size of a 50-cent piece in Australia, so that's like,
Wow.
that's probably an inch round hole. So he's
Limping a little bit, no?
yeah, he advised him to tape it up and stick a bit of wax in it. But he said every time he presses on that back foot, he can feel it. So he's surfing under.
Yeah, if you don't have wax, in Indo we usually put some rice on it.
Yes.
If there's any hole, put some rice.
Some sticky rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
not rice.
Yeah, well. So he's obviously surfing under an injury cloud. As we see Lise Cooper there, sitting quite next to Sophie Fletcher.
Yep. 1 second, Johnny. It looks like you're going to be a solo guy again.
All right, thank you, Tippy. I know you've got a lot of work to do out there, so thanks for coming on and keeping me company. Okay. Okay, 25 minutes remaining here in heat 4 of the round 2 of the women's. as we see the priority next to Kalani Johnson's name, holding the key to the CT event wildcard in her hand. If she can unlock that door with a progression through this heat, she'll have the upper hand over the other 4 Indonesian girls progressing. And here she goes. First up, Kay Johnson, a nice turn. Oh no, put a little bit too much juice on that turn. And came down. She's got a lot of Billabong stickers on that nose. Maybe one too many, a little bit heavier. She'll have to make the correct adjustments there. Elise Cooper in third priority. Sarah's got priority at the moment. Sophie Fletcher in white. She'll force the issue here with Elise. She goes backside. 2 top turns. She'll get through to some more face. Got a little bit mixed up on her balance there on that turn. She's not happy with it, I can see that. She's got the head down. Won't do her confidence any good, but she's got to shake that off as we welcome Tippy back into the hot seat.
So yeah, Johnny, I have some information from WSL. What is Will? It's just from WSL. So we'll just give some information about what is going to happen after this heat. We're going to have all the quarterfinalists of the girls division, and we're going to ask all of them what would like they want to do. Yeah,
if they want to keep surfing, or
if they want to keep surfing, we can. If they want to wait and see a little bit on the condition later on today, we also can. If they said no, we want to go surf tomorrow because the potential of increasing swell, so we can also do that. So that's the call after this heat. Yeah. Well,
look, that's very progressive of Will, and I must take my hat off to him. I've really warmed to his organisational style here. He's open to suggestions. He'll listen to everyone, but he's got the guts to make the hard calls himself.
Yeah, that's good.
And just to have the surfers have some input into this is what it's all about, really.
Yeah, it's crucial to have good people working on an event. So this is Kailani Johnson sitting in the third position, looking for a 2.1, 2.01. And personally, I would like to see her progressing on this event.
In the battle of the Indonesian girls.
Yeah, but Sarah Wakita is just having a bomb here.
Her dad'll be stoked with this one.
It's going to be hard for.
Yep. That was her second wave, so that's gonna give Elise Cooper a few worries there. Yeah. She's got a big 7, Elise. Yeah. But with that combo, she's got 2 pretty good ones, Sarah.
Yeah. But Sarah only needing a 2.76 to take the lead, and I'm pretty sure, she will do that.
But then with 21 minutes remaining, the priority goes to Elise Cooper, so she's only got a 0.25 as a backup.
Yeah, and then Kai's last wave is a 2.66. She does move into the second place, but it won't be long because Sarah Wakita will change the situation. I would say Green gonna move to first. Yeah. If my math are that good, but usually my math is really bad.
Sure. Look, they're being pretty hard on the Johnson girls here for their turns.
Yeah.
And as you correctly, Sarah's gone straight into first position, putting Elise Cooper into second, and Kalani Johnson she's getting some long waves, but she's not really getting out of a comfort zone. That's the way I'd sum it up from what I'm seeing here. She's just doing the roller coasters.
Yeah.
She's not really attacking that lip or doing any sort of.
Yeah, you need to be more vertical here because
Yeah.
if you're doing like a sideways turns, I think the head jolly is not impressed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And look, most of the guys are pushing them. They're all pushing each other to get so vertical that they're doing airdrops after their re-entries. If you
Yeah.
and I saw you do one last night in the warm-up practice, and you
on,
landed, you landed on your back. You had a little snooze for about 20 yards, and somehow spun yourself around and stood back up. So.
Yep, that's
So yeah, so I describe your surfing in this contest as out of control, mate.
out of control,
Out of control.
out of this world.
It was much like the rock concert last night.
I know. Sometimes out of control is not a bad way.
It is, and look, it's exciting to watch, mate. And as I said, I've really never ever seen anyone do that maneuver before, Tippy. So you could have.
So yeah, hopefully tomorrow there's a good wave on offer for the men's division, and everybody can have a. At the end of the day, you know, like one of the organizer that organized this event, I just want to have like a good event, everybody having a good time here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all about winning, but sometimes it's also about experience. The journey where you are, appreciate where you are, and then making more connection with the local here.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the reason why you want to travel is to see new things.
Yeah. And for me too, it's it's a learning curve the whole way. If you lose, as long as you've learnt something,
yeah,
it's not a waste. It's experience.
For sure, you gain something, and sometimes you take advantage of the things that you take, and then hopefully you can also return something, and in return you're gonna get good things at the end.
And for a lot of these girls, they're traveling from various different countries, and one of the biggest things is the change of diet, because Indonesia's definitely got different food to Australia, and and Spain, down here, I'm sure a couple of the Spanish girls could whip you up a good paella here with all the seafood. But they do it different here. They have spicy sunbowls and that. So even if you just learn how to have the right athlete's diet while you're travelling, I haven't seen anyone being too fussy with special orders, except me, really, in the kitchen with my seafood allergy.
Yeah, you must be careful.
But yeah.
So how many times have you been here, Johnny?
Well, I've been along this coast 2 or 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah, but when I actually came to Krui, there wasn't any swell.
So you didn't see the potential of this wave?
I didn't. Yeah, I surfed the beach break down the road the first time years ago. And then another time I ended up a couple of hours down the coast at the old Honey Schmacks.
And it was good? It was pumping?
It was pumping, yep, it was. And I rolled around on that reef as well. And that's they advertise it as a boogie boarders wave, but for me it's just a bowly-barrelly wave, and it's what we sort of chase. A lot of me and my friends chase around Indonesia. So it was fun.
Interesting about the boogie boarding bodyboarding world is there is a couple spots here in Indonesia are famous for them that we don't really want to surf. Like one of them is Pacitan.
Yeah.
That slab is heaven for them. And then when I was there during the event, there was like a famous guy from like from somewhere, and said, "How do you know about this place?" And he said, "This place is super famous for bodyboarders."
Yeah. Well, look, I come from Cronulla with Shark Island.
That's the bodyboard heaven, no?
Yeah, that's it's either heaven or hell, depends.
That's central of bodyboards, Cronulla.
Yeah, and home of the famous wing, capital of the wing nut, Captain Wing Nut. There, big hello to him. And a lot of those boogie boarders, or bodyboarders, as you call them now, they come and surf in the Board Riders Club. A lot of them are quite good surfers as well, so
yeah, full respect to them.
Yeah,
they pull in into big barrels,
Yeah.
Sometimes people like underestimate on how heavy is the drop for us, like we cannot do that kind of drop, It's super tight.
Well, yeah, I did love Watu Karang myself because it was just like home. You know, we grew up on those sort of heavy, you know, underwater level takeoffs. You know, and they can be intimidating. I'll tell you, I've been very, very scared in Cronulla a lot of times out at the Voodoos and the Suck Rocks and the
I surf Cronulla. It's pretty
Shark
it's
Islands.
pretty intense, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodyboarding waves around there.
And then I think one of your favorite wave in Bali is also boogie board heavens.
Not the Padang.
No, sandbar at Canggu.
Yes, I do surf I do surf with a lot of bodyboarders, and they are some of my best friends there.
Sometimes when it's low tide and it's like a little bit overhead, and some of the surfers, some of the hipsters don't want to go surf.
No,
the bodyboard's just shredding.
Yeah, a lot of the times I'll be out there with 5 or 6 boogie boarders, myself and Zombie Killer.
Jimmy usually there.
Yeah, Jimmy Hendricks from Byron Bay.
What was his name? Jimmy.
We just call him Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy. God, forgot his name. He's a good filmer, actually.
Yeah, he does look after a few of the teams that come through. He was there at Desert Point with the whole Volcom crew doing the fashion shoot there, fashion parade.
Yeah.
So he's well renowned, and he's always shooting someone.
Yeah. So at the back we can see the water police there, making sure there's no pirates coming close to the surfers. So
no, that's right, and
there's no pirates here.
well, there was a few pirates last night on that stage at the big rock concert. But
I think everybody is acting as a pirate last night.
Yeah, and look, Tippy, the old school boats here. When I was a kid, my favourite storybook was Sinbad the Sailor, and that's what they're like here.
Yeah, I remember that story.
It's a great story. And here we go. We got Sarah. She's sitting currently back to the action with 13 minutes and 13 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Sarah's sitting in first with a 9.9 tally.
Yeah.
We got Elisa Cooper.
Yeah.
She's got the priority, so she's being very, very patient, and she still hasn't really backed up that 7-point ride with anything. She's just got the 0.25.
Yeah.
And Kalani, the
young Indonesian surfer.
Yep, she's
sitting in the third, looking for a 4.61. But still, if you see surfer in red, her lowest score is a 0.25. If she changed that numbers to a little bit bigger, I think her requirement gonna get a little bit harder. Yeah,
she's in the box seat really.
Yeah.
She could leapfrog Sarah.
Yeah.
Into first position with just a small ride.
Yeah. So one of the biggest tasks for Indonesian surfing is trying to bring, surfing as a sport in this country, because a lot of us in the association is working on trying to put Indonesia into the national governing body of the sports in Indonesia, because we are not recognized by the sports.
Well, your national sport here in Indonesia is badminton, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, badminton. Yeah.
And I'm no expert, but if we took a little leaf out of the badminton book, and then somehow the government might stand up and take notice, because I'm sure surfing is another one of the biggest, it's a tourism draw.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's a lot of young Indonesian surfing.
Yeah, it's a double effect, one is as a sport and the other one as a tourism.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why we work with Tourism Indonesia, with the support of the tourism minister in Jakarta, and also Pak Indroyono, one of the head of I don't know what is the word for it. He's one of the team for the marine tourism.
Oh yes,
and he's the one. Yeah, and he's the one who's putting a lot of support and help for talking to the immigration, making sure all the surfers come in without problem.
Yep.
Talking to the custom department, making sure that they can bring boards.
Yep.
Talking to the local government, making sure that everything is in place. So big shout to the Indonesian tourism, and hopefully with this kind of example, hopefully more region in Indonesia can see this opportunity, and then
let's hope it's contagious, infectious, and as I said, we were treated like royalty last night. We popped into the the tourism booth there. They had many booths, and we were in there for a good 10 minutes taking photos with all the minister and everything. And so
I think one of the messages that we would like to share with all the people that come to Indonesia is Indonesia is a Muslim country.
One of the biggest in the world, I'd say.
Majority is a Muslim country, but you know, like, people sometimes they get scared out of that situation. But at the end of the day, every Indonesian that you meet, they're the nicest people that you're gonna meet in the street. You know, you have a flat tires, they're the one who will come the first place and say, "You need any help?"
Yeah. Look, and I'm sure you're Muslim. I'm pretty sure you are.
I'm
and
Muslim.
I didn't know that for years. You're just a normal person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You live in Bali well, it's predominantly Hindu around where we live there, but there's plenty of Muslims on the island of Bali as well. And as you say, I've run out of petrol in some of the worst positions, spots ever in the middle of the night, and sure enough, a beautiful, Islamic family come and push me and
they push you to their house and make sure they feed you good food.
Exactly, like they're just open there.
They don't want to push you into the service station because they're afraid they're gonna lose you. No more Johnny.
And as you say, it's just gold. It's gold. They got hearts of gold here, and that's probably one of my main missions in life is to being a Christian. And but I spread the word of how lovely the Muslim people are, and there's no need to be scared of them. It's in
I think
the scaremongers in the media.
I think at the end of the day, you have to come and experience yourself to understand what we're trying to explain here, because a lot of people afraid to travel because of the media, like you said. It's just putting fears like stay home, it's not safe out there. But at the end of the day, you wanna explore life and
look, it could be something as devious as that media outlet owns a couple of resorts in Queensland, Australia, or something, and want you to go there.
Don't get me wrong. I love to travel to Australia. But I would like to also share the Australian to come to Indonesia or even other countries, because we have a lot of potential here. It's cheaper.
And look, you've got big cities like Jakarta that it's just everything's going on. You got country towns like here where it's just beautiful, and so you've got a big variety. You can go and surf in crowds in Bali, or you can go a couple of hours down the road and not even see a person, a white man for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And the locals there's not too many local surfers. A lot around Krui here, they take some guests down the road a couple of hours. But so there is a big wide variety of. We've just had with 7 minutes to go, Tippy. We've just had a little bit of a downtime in this heat. Elise Cooper with the priority, she's had that probably for 20 minutes. And here she goes. She's starting to get a little bit edgy. Whether she'll must be due.
I think this is it's gonna be 10:15, so I think the tide is pushing out a little bit right now. High tide is around 8 or 9.
Starting to drop.
And then yesterday we can see the rocks are sticking out around, I would say around 2, 3.
2 or 3. It was still pretty low. We surfed pretty well sunset. That was around the 5:30 mark, or nearly 6 o'clock. It got pretty dark.
The bomb that you got yesterday was fun. Did you went in or you?
Yes, I certainly did. I went in to lick my worms because the one before that I got the tiger claw right down the middle of my back. The boys had fun putting a lemon on that one.
Ooh.
That hurt.
Yeah, but that's probably the best antibiotic that you can.
It is.
You can tell your friend to. Rub it in.
If you forget to put that lemon on, sure enough they'll get infected, but somehow it kills the bacteria living reef.
Because corals are
they're a living thing. It's bacteria.
Bacterias.
Here we go.
Is Kailani gonna go on this one? Looks like Red have priority on this one. Nope.
She didn't even get. She must be. Here we go. Sophie Fletcher. She's got some work to do.
But she have last priority. Anybody in front of her? Nope.
No, but she's gonna try and sneak through this one. Gets a little bit of shampoo on the back there
Ooh.
and goes down with a
Yeah,
belly flop.
Sophie Fletcher, I think she was surfing really good yesterday. I think she got first on her second round.
Any relation to Christian Fletcher?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
There's a lot of Fletcher out there in the world, no?
There is, yeah.
There's a lot of Johnson also. Cooper
Yeah.
Chapman, is that? No, Cooper Chapman is first name is Cooper, no?
No. Nice try.
Yeah, you know.
Nice try.
Alice Cooper Chapman.
Well, there's Cooper's Ale in Australia.
That's a
nice
good beer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit more expensive than a bintang. You can pick up for like $2 here, and
Yeah.
quite a nice drop.
Yeah. It's not bad to have a cold bintang in the jungle. You know, I have one every dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah,
Just
that's-
to make sure my sleep is
Yeah.
nice and
Yeah. Well, I've increased my dosage a little bit from 1
to
to
20.
no, 3 or 4 is enough
3
for
or
me.
4.
Yeah.
5 and 6 is
Yeah.
sounds better. So yeah, I think bintang is one of our favorite.
It's iconic.
Yeah,
really.
iconic. Yeah, everybody. The funny thing about bintang is as soon as the Aussies come to Bali, they just have to change their uniform into a bintang shirt. I just don't know how.
Well, it's standard uniform for us,
God.
us bogans, mate.
It's a funny thing, you know. It's almost like if I come to Australia, I change my, white shirt into like a
Cooper's Ale shirt.
Cooper's Ale shirts. Yeah.
Here we go. Here's on the replay. It was a nice little turn under lip, Sophie, but it's not going to put her into calculations as yet, I don't think.
Yeah. But the funny thing about that bintang shirt is they're all fake.
Yeah.
None of them is real. Bintang had never produced any bintang shirt.
Well-
I asked one of the bintang guy and said,
Yeah.
it's a free promotion. Why should we care about it? And that's
Yeah.
what they said. Yeah.
Well, it's like the Mad Hueys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every second person, if they haven't got if their bintang
Shirt is get dirty.
singlets, yeah, they just whack on their Mad Hueys one, and what a promotion it is for the Mad Hueys.
God, that's so funny.
Yeah, everyone wants to be a Mad Huey.
Yeah. So bintang shirt for today and Matt Huey's for tomorrow. Just flip
Yep.
it around for the rest of the week. You're
That's
sweet.
it.
Yeah.
They're like interchangeable, really. It's and look, the Mad Hueys do love a bintang too.
Yeah.
Big shout out to all the boys, the Mad Hueys. Unfortunately, we won't be having their QS
Yeah.
here this year. It clashed with the
Yeah.
big one, the big CT.
Yeah, big shots to the Hazes twins, and hopefully
Yeah.
next time we can have the Matt Huey's back in Bali. Yeah, maybe
Yep.
I would say
Maybe.
do things in Lampung maybe next time. Yeah, in Krui.
Well, yeah, maybe even later in the year they can look at that. And
Yeah.
I'm going to miss holding hands with them in the pool there, Commune Resort, in the shallow end.
Yeah.
Okay, look, it looks like Kailani is holding her heart there. She's having heart palpitations, wanting a set to come in. She needs a big ride. She needs a high score. But I'm not sure. I'd have to check back on results whether Puania's sister got 4th or 3rd. Even that one placing might be all the difference. She needs a 7-point ride, Lonnie Johnson, but she has priority with 1.5 minutes remaining. Don't forget all my time calls are basically approximate.
Yeah.
We don't want any rate.
So 1 minute and 30 seconds
Comments?
to go before we are deciding, all the quarterfinalists on what do they want. Looks like we have to wait and see.
Yeah, so we'll have a little bit of a break in proceedings while we have the big powwow here. And look, just for general consensus, I think the girls might opt to wait for that little bit of a swell window coming in, or they might say, let's re-meet at say 3 o'clock this afternoon with after the low, and when it starts pushing in, it seems that's the time. Here we go. Here we go.
Looks like priority is on blue, and she's
Back to the action.
spotting something here with 40 seconds to go. Yeah.
Yep, and she's really got to get angry with this wave and do some damage on it. Here she goes.
She needs to catch it first.
Oh, the girl's paddling in, and that is a blunder from Sophie Fletcher. That's not going to really do.
Yeah, but the problem is Sophie is sitting in the 4th position.
Yeah.
She's also looking for a 7.
Yeah, what will they do there, Tippy? You're
It's going to be a straight
interference.
Yeah.
But really, that was
look,
Kailani's chance to boost that 7 score. That wave might have offered it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the girls thought she was a bit deep and wouldn't have made it.
Let's see on the replays here. I'm sure Sam and Lewis is working on a nice replay on that incident.
Yeah, and look.
No replays? Okay.
No.
So it looks like Sarah Wakita and Alice Cooper take that one down, Johnny.
Yep.
And we are on a break.
No more the nice guys, that's for sure. Thanks, Tip. We'll go to an ad. Yep, we're going to boost it to an ad while the girls have a bit of a powwow. And as soon as Tippy gets the nod from the girls on what's going to go on, we'll get back to you. Here we go.
Mm.